today we are going to talk about how to improve your score. Hello, this is David Xie with the Xie Mortgage Team. 2023 has brought us a lot of different challenges already, starting the new year with all the different weather and everything. But I'm here to help you weather the storm and improve your credit. How are we going to improve credit, and what factors affect credit in 2023? You've seen and you've probably read they're using a blended scoring model. They're using different scoring models like Model 1, Model 2, Model 3, Model 4, Vantage Score, all these things. We're just going to throw that out the window and we're just going to talk about how to improve your credit. So we're going to start with the different types of credit. When you have different types of credit, such as like revolving accounts, which are credit cards, installment accounts, which are like auto loans, student loans, home equity lines, home improvement loans, mortgage loans, obviously they're for houses, and then open accounts, okay? The different types of accounts have a lot of bearing on your credit score, and that counts for about 10% of the scoring models, okay? And the different accounts also are graded differently. So when we're looking at a revolving account, the proportion of use has a lot to do with the credit score. The type of credit is really important, and it's really important that you understand the terms and conditions of the loan or the type of account you're signing up for. Number two, new credit accounts. How often are you applying for different mortgages? Are you applying? Are you having inquiries? Are you having soft hits? Are you having hard hits on your credit score? That's really important, okay? Because the more utilization that you have, which is the percentage of use, and you're continuing to apply and add more credit onto your account, that could have a negative impact on your score because number one, you haven't had the accounts open long enough. And number two, you may have these accounts and the credit bureaus are seeing that they're being maxed out, and now you're adding additional accounts in it, immediately increasing the balances on it. Now your debt to income ratio is increasing, and that's going to affect your credit score. That's about 10% of the effect of your credit score. Number three is the length of history. Length of history is extremely important. So as a dad, and I always talk about this because obviously I'm a dad and I love my children, and we always talk about how to build wealth. Some of the things that my parents never taught me about that are really important are the length of credit history, okay? So when I went out and bought my first house, one of the first things that I did was, or what my mother did was, she put me on one of her credit cards as an authorized user. The reason that was really important and it increased my credit score immediately so that I could get better terms is because she's had that account open for a long time. And number two, she's had a really good payment history on it. So that really helped me out when I went out, bought my first car, and it also helped me out when I went out, acquired my first house. So the length of credit history is really important, and that's about 15% of your credit score. Number four is the amount owed. This is 30% of your credit score. Amount owed is really important because we're now looking at what your debt to balance is, okay? If you owe more than 50%, that's definitely red flag. That's definitely something that's going to drag your credit score down. So on a credit card, you have a $10,000 balance, okay? Or a $10,000 credit limit, and you have a $5,000 balance. That's 50% utilization. That's going to be right on the borderline of going over at 50.001, or it could be 49.999 and have a positive impact on your credit score. The next threshold down will be the 30% barrier. 3,000 on a $10,000 credit limit would be better, and then 20% would be even better, and 10% is actually the best type of utilization on the amount owed, and that has a 30% effect on your credit score. And finally, payment history. We've all heard the term, what have you done for me lately, right? That's really important. However, what have you done for me in the past is also really important. Someone can come to me with an 800 credit score, and on the 800 credit score, if they miss one payment right before the credit is pulled, that could literally drop that credit score from 800 to 720, just like that with one payment. Okay, so what have you done for me lately? Now, what have you done for me in the past? As I've addressed in the length of credit history, if we look at the payment history and they all have ones beside it, that's good. That means you made your payment on time every single time. And as long as you're not 30 days late on something or past due when your credit report is pulled, then you're fine. So Always make those payments on time, even if you have to make the minimum payments. And always, always, always make your payment before it's 30 days past due. Those are the 5 things on improving your credit before you go in and apply for a loan. Always keep in mind that if it's less than 10 payments on certain accounts, we don't have to count those debts. So if you have any questions on how to improve your credit, what you can do to negotiate some debts and even see some bankruptcies and foreclosures come off of your credit report, or even judgments, that is, we've got a great credit repair agency that can help you out with all that. And if it's something that's simple, that can be addressed in one of these 5 different steps, I'd love to help you out. My name is David Xie with the Xie Mortgage Team, and I can be reached at 757-478-8493. All right, I'll talk to you later.